My name is Dr. Debaruti Haldar, and in this session, I'm going to discuss about intermediary. That is, who is an intermediary? As we have known in the earlier videos, that intermediary and website are two different aspects. In this session, I will be discussing about who is an intermediary and the nature of intermediaries. We get to see that the definition of intermediary has been given under the Information Technology Act 2000, which was amended in 2008. This definition was specifically given with an object that the term intermediary is recognized by law and the liabilities of the intermediaries are also recognized by Indian laws, specifically those laws which will also be sanctioning certain activities of the intermediary and also those laws which will be regulating certain criminal activities that may happen where intermediaries do not take proper action to control certain criminal activities. Section 2W of the Information Technology Act 2000, amended in 2008, defines intermediary. It says intermediary with respect to any particular electronic records means any person who, on behalf of another person, receives, stores, or transmits that record or provides any service with respect to that record and includes telecom service providers, network service providers, internet service providers, web hosting service providers, search engines, online payment sites, online auction sites, online marketplaces, and cyber cafe. As such, we get to see that the term intermediary is extremely broad under the Information Technology Act 2000, amended in 2008. So, when we get to see the definition of intermediary, what we get to know, an intermediary must be someone who deals with some kinds of electronic records. It can be some textual records, that means somebody who has written something and uploaded on some social media platforms or on some other platforms, that is online platforms. It can be some records which has been made electronic records and which is going to be stored, which is going to be processed, which is going to be shown to the World Wide Web, etc. Intermediary must be someone who receives, stores, transmits, etc. the data. That means intermediary must be someone who has got the capacity for receiving the electronic records, who also has got the capacity and the place, the server, etc., where the records may be stored for a safe custody and for a longer duration. Intermediary must be somebody who must have the capacity for transmitting the data from one port to another port, which means intermediary may get to see an encrypted data. Intermediary may also know from where the data is originating and to where the data is traveling. Intermediary may also get to see and also know who is the actual originator of a particular document or electronic record. Next, we get to see intermediary works as a legal representative of any person or himself or herself or itself is a legal person. This is based on the definition that we got to see in section 2W of the Information Technology Act 2000, amended in 2008. Further, if we go ahead for explaining the definition more, we also get to see that intermediaries may provide any other service. That means intermediaries may not only be the persons or the stakeholders who receives, stores, transmits the data, or who deals with electronic records. That means generating the electronic records, storing that record, or publishing that records, etc. But they may also provide some other services in regard to that record. That means that again intermediaries may also process the data. Further, we get to see that when I say that intermediaries provides certain kinds of services, if we explain and if we look into section 2W of the Information Technology Act very explicitly, we get to see there are different kinds of service providers who may also be considered as intermediaries. Who are these service providers? For example, an intermediary can also be telecom service providers. That means they are providing us the services of telephone, telecom, and also communication related, digital communication related services. They are network service providers also. They are internet service providers also. Many times we do get to see that these three understandings, that is telecom service providers, network service providers, and internet service providers, they are overlapped with each other and they may be considered as one service provider. That means one kind of service providers. In other words, the three of them may be considered as parts of the same service providers sometimes. Further, we also get to see intermediaries may be web hosting service providers also. Again, intermediaries can be search engines also. Say for example, Google. They can also be considered as intermediaries. Further, intermediaries may also be online payment service providers because they are also receiving certain electronic records, they are also storing those records, and they are transmitting certain electronic records and data. Further, online auction providers can also be considered as intermediaries, e-commerce service providers, e-commerce platform providers, etc. They can also be considered as intermediaries. Further, cyber cafes, which has a very old and also known existence when we are talking about the service providers, and most of the time when we say cyber cafe, we basically see or we basically imagine a physical infrastructure. That means a building or a room where there are lots of computers are there and many people are entering into such rooms or many people are entering into such buildings, etc., to use the computers that are hosted there, that are kept there. So these cyber cafes may also be considered as intermediaries. Intermediaries, as I stated earlier, are not the websites. What do we understand from the earlier discussions? Intermediaries can create the websites, intermediaries can also host the websites, intermediaries can also control the websites. Therefore, what do we see? Intermediaries deal with electronic records, storing, receiving, transmitting, etc. On the other hand, websites are basically conglomeration of the web pages, hyperlinked texts, etc., which are supported or which may be supported by intermediaries. Intermediaries work as a provider for several electronic digital services. But websites, on the other hand, are platforms to upload, share contents, etc. And these platforms are basically supported by the intermediaries. Intermediaries may maintain or host the websites. This is one of the very significant nature of the intermediaries. On the other hand, we get to see websites cannot exist without a creator, host, or a supporter that may be the intermediary. Intermediaries must accept their liability that has been developed by the domestic laws of different countries. Websites cannot be considered as stakeholders who may have their liability, because websites may be considered as inanimate and they may be injected with life when the intermediaries are supporting such websites.